Welcome to Go Team Score Points, a podcast that started because Irish, that's me, was sad about the news, and Sam,
that's me,
suggested learning about sports as a distraction. Each week, we have an early episode focusing on one NBA game and NBA current events, and a late week episode where we learn about a player and play a game that we've made up. In today's episode, we go over some current events and the Bulls Hornets game. It's our best episode yet.
100%. I'm fascinated to know why you watch the Bulls and the Hornets, but are we going to get to that?
We can get to that, or I could,
pretty random.
So random.
Yeah. Tell me the story.
Let me tell you why. This weekend, I flew to Hong Kong with my kid for a basketball tournament.
Yeah.
In the elevator the first morning, going down to breakfast, which turns out was not for me. It was only for coaches and players. But I was like, I'm at a hotel. I'm going to go get breakfast now. And when I got on the elevator, there were tons of kids and coaches going to breakfast.
Yeah.
And when the elevator door opened, there was my birthday twin, Eddie, and I was so excited. I have not seen him since 2 weeks before COVID shut down China. He lives in Shanghai with his wife, Allie, who is my friend.
Did you know he was going to be there?
No.
Wow.
I was so excited
That's
to see
really
him.
exciting, yeah.
It is. So I ran into Eddie and I ate breakfast with Eddie, and the other coach is Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Brandon. So they live in Shanghai. And listen, I don't want to intimidate you. Well, you're on this team too. We're kind of big time now because I did not bring this up.
Yeah.
And Eddie brought up our podcast in front of the other coach, Brandon. Hey, Brandon.
Hey, Brandon.
And Brandon was like, wait, you have a podcast about the NBA?
Yeah.
And so I told him about it, and he was looking at our YouTube, whatever. And he's our newest subscriber.
Number 61.
62.
Oh, okay.
I know.
Okay.
Anyway, amazingly.
Yeah.
He was like, who's your favorite commentator?
Oh, that's awesome.
And I was like, oh my gosh.
We can talk about this. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Scott Hastings and Chris Marlowe.
Yeah.
But then, and I couldn't remember the names of anyone else, which is annoying to me. But I was like, and the Pistons. And he was like, oh, George Blaha and K-Ray or what.
Yeah.
He knows. And so we were talking about announcers. I was saying that the Pistons and the Suns, those are two of my favorites. And I love Doris. And he was like, Doris is a classic.
Yeah.
Brandon was saying, what about the Hornets? Do you ever listen to their announcers? They're always saying some really weird, wacky stuff. And so he didn't say wacky. Sorry, Brandon.
Yeah.
But he was saying that they're a team to listen to the announcers for. So I was like, okay, great. I'm going to watch a Charlotte Hornets
Whatever
game.
game it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how I got the idea to watch the Hornets game.
I see.
And they played the Bulls this week. So that's the one I watched.
Great. Current events. What do you have?
Okay, so I have one current event, but the internet has made me calm down a little bit about it, which is unusual for the internet,
Oh, yeah, right.
I was really worried because I saw that Jared McCain has been assigned to a G League team, and that made me sad because, I love Jared McCain.
Yeah.
But the comments said, they're just building him back up, he needs to get his confidence back, and they did this to LeBron.
Yeah, as part of the rehab or whatever. Yeah, so more of a rehab assignment than any kind of permanent thing.
Right.
Great. The comments calmed you down.
Yeah, I know. Wow.
Yeah. The first time reasonable voices prevailed on the internet.
The internet's really improving.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes, I have a lot of faith in humanity now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So NBA current events, Thunder are now 20-1 after beating the Trailblazers today, on pace to win the most games in NBA history in a regular season.
Wow.
So the Warriors won the most games ever. They won 73, did not win the title. After that, the 96 Bulls were 72-10. That's the next most wins ever. They did win a title. Something that I heard today was I wonder how much of the best teams having the best win totals ever has to do with tanking. The Thunder will play the Kings a few times this year. They'll play the Wizards twice this year. They'll play the Jazz a few times this year.
But aren't they playing everyone a few times?
Right. But the point is that those teams have no interest in winning games.
Oh, so they're a gimme for them.
Yeah. And they probably would be anyway. But as you compare historically, the teams with the most wins ever are the Thunder getting however many games, 10 actual freebies a year. They would beat those teams anyway.
But wait, if this seems like a math problem.
Yeah.
You're kind of a math guy. So are we comparing them to the 96 Bulls? Because if they're getting 10 freebies, everyone, the Nuggets are also getting 10 freebies. The Bucks are also getting 10 freebies, right?
Right. That's true.
So it drops down that. But if we're comparing them to the 93, 96 Bulls, whatever, when tanking wasn't really a thing, was it?
Not in the same way.
Right. So maybe that's the comparison?
The Nuggets and the Rockets and the good teams will also get these freebies,
Right.
but that's not it. Like when you just look at the individual team, the 96 Bulls versus today, I could picture someone saying on the internet teams were tanking in 96. It seems much more egregious now to me, but maybe I just wasn't aware then, but it does seem more egregious now. Oh, you're right that all of those teams will get those 10 kind of freebies. Every team would get those freebies, but no other team is vying for that record.
Right.
So like the good teams' records might be a little bit more inflated, but if the Thunder are shooting to win 74 games this year and you're comparing them across eras, they might have a few more gimmies than other teams. I don't feel very strongly about that. They're amazing. They're amazing.
Okay.
Their second best players only played 2 games this year.
Wow.
And they're still 20-1.
Wow.
Yeah. It's pretty incredible. So that's fun to watch. Might be watching history. There's a conversation out there about the Wizards are like, I think 2-15 or 16 right now, maybe 2-16, which they're like in play for the worst record of all time. One of those Sixers teams that Anthony was so fond of has that record right now. So,
Anthony.
Hey, Anthony. So they're wondering which is more likely, the wins record gets broken or the losses record gets broken.
Well, one seems a lot easier to control.
Sure.
Yeah.
I could lose 82 games.
Same.
Yeah. Just roll it out there. I could do it. Steph's hurt for a minute.
Yeah.
He's got like a leg contusion. It doesn't seem like it's going to be a long term. It doesn't seem like it's going to be a long term thing. And there were some good quotes by Jimmy Butler about how the Warriors are making life hard for themselves. He's like, we don't box out. We don't follow the game plan. We don't. So I'm like a little bit like it's on my radar, just a little bit how unhappy he was in Miami.
Yeah.
How like
wherever you go, there you are.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe it would be some evidence or another piece of data.
You mentioned box out.
I did.
I was at a basketball tournament all weekend, and the audience was all parents.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, every single parent on every single play yells box out.
Yeah. That's a good one.
It's like, don't you have any other advice? Just box out.
Yes.
Every play. Box out.
Yeah. That's an easy one to yell.
I'm going to start yelling it too.
I can see it it seems you can be loud. Those are good syllables.
Yeah. So maybe Jimmy Butler, he'd fit right in.
Yeah. He's heard angry people say that enough where.
Yeah. He must have been going to some kids game.
I'm angry. Maybe I'll say that. Usually they call it a crowd, not the audience.
Oh.
But you should leave that in. The audience and watching the performers in their costumes. Yeah,
yes.
It's great. So Aaron Gordon's hurt for 4 to 6 weeks. And the talk has been about how basically impossible it's going to be for any team who's not the Nuggets or the Thunder to come out of the West. Because if the Thunder will be the 1 seed, barring a Shea injury, the Thunder will be the 1 seed. If Denver was the 2 seed or the 3 seed, that means that those 2 teams wouldn't play until the conference finals. Does that make sense?
No, but keep going.
There'd be 2 rounds of playoffs before those 2 teams played.
So we're talking about March or April.
Yeah, March or April. And all these teams that are good, like the Lakers and the Rockets, and pick your team out west, the Spurs, the Warriors, or whoever is in the playoffs in the West, would need to beat both the Thunder and the Nuggets in order to make it to the finals.
Yeah.
That's because those 2 teams wouldn't be set up to play until the 3rd round of the playoffs. So with him being hurt, with Aaron Gordon being hurt, there's a little bit of talk about how is there a way that the Nuggets fall to the 4th seed, which would mean that those 2 teams would play in the 2nd round of the playoffs?
Time out.
Yep.
Okay. Aaron Gordon is out for 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
The playoffs are in a million weeks away.
Yeah.
There is chatter that the next month will affect the first 4 months.
No, but it's your total wins and losses. And if the Nuggets,
But it just seems like 4 weeks of games is not that many games compared to January, February, March.
You're right. Let's see, if they play an average of 3 games a week, 4 games a week.
Yeah.
That's 12 games or something, 12 or 16 games.
You're the math guy.
I'm a math guy. It. So if Aaron Gordon was playing, let's say they would have won 12 out of those 16 games.
Yeah.
If instead they win 8 out of those 16 games.
Okay.
If the difference between their record and someone else's record is that they just lost 1 more game than that team, there's a way you could trace that back to December. That's the thinking.
Calm down, internet.
Yeah.
Because it's a few games. And even the game I watched last week where Aaron Gordon was out, the Nuggets still won.
It's true. Counterpoint. If you look at the standings right now, the Nuggets in the Western Conference are in 4th place.
Again, under who? The Thunder, the Warriors?
The Thunder, the Lakers, the Rockets are all in front of them. And in their last...
Heard of the Rockets. Just kidding. It's Steven Adams'
team. That's right. Kevin Durant. So it's a conversation, which would really open the door for teams like the Lakers or the Rockets. Those are the only 2 that feel remotely realistic to me Minnesota, maybe, but I don't think so. It would open the door for those teams to only have to beat one of the Nuggets or the Thunder in order to make it to the finals, which feels much, much more doable than having to beat both of those teams.
Okay. We'll see what happens.
And then last current event, Luka complained about the in-season tournament courts and that they're really slippery.
Well, if that's true, then that is incredibly dangerous.
Yeah. Like Jaylen Brown complained about it a few years ago.
Yeah, you cannot have I just feel like in all the things, like safety has to be a priority.
Sure. It'd be a pretty big stain on the league if Luka, blew out his knee.
Yeah, slipping. But is he slipping a lot? Is everybody slipping?
So he fell down a few times in those games. Again, I don't know who would think this is interesting, but they've done a bunch of measurements on like Luka and James Harden, these two guys who are like phenomenal offensive NBA players and not necessarily like, at least in first appearance, like world beating athletes. Mm-hmm. It turns out that what they're really good at, they've like measured this, what they're really good at is stopping quickly.
Wow.
Right?
Wow. That's so interesting.
So
it is.
So it made me think about like a slippery court would impact someone whose game is like stopping quickly much more than it would impact someone who relies on straight ahead speed or someone who relies on jumping high or someone who relies on, it's like the being able to like pressure into the ground as quickly as possible and back up.
Wow.
Yeah. So I don't know. Got me thinking.
He needs some cleats.
Yeah. Yeah. Someone should recommend that. It's amazing. Yeah. It's amazing in 2025.
Yeah.
No one's thought about that. Do you have any other current events?
No.
Very astute comment that was added.
Love it.
To our gambling rants.
Yeah.
Where someone said, sports are rigged.
I love it.
It made me laugh. It's like apropos of basically nothing, maybe tangentially related-ish. Maybe the point was that like gamblers are getting games rigged. It was just great.
Yeah, I don't know. Or like all those conspiracy theories that we've talked about would indicate, like if those conspiracy theories were true, then yes, sports are rigged. Like the Doncic trade. Yeah. If what I assume the behind the scenes is true, then yes, it's rigged.
Well, kind of. They still have to go play the game. Right?
True.
Like there's no guarantee that the Lakers are going to win a championship with Luka.
True. Because they're probably not.
They're probably not. The odds would say they won't. I think that's it.
Okay.
That's all I got.
I'm going to tell you about this game I watched.
I can't wait. I love it.
Okay. So I watched the Hornets play in Charlotte against the Bulls. Okay. This is streaming on the FanDuel Sports Network.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
So it's the home of the Charlotte Hornets.
Really?
Yes.
Did you research this at all?
No, it like comes, when you watch the feed.
I believe you.
No, I didn't look up anything about it.
Is it based in Charlotte?
I don't know.
Or is it like...
These are great questions that I did not even think to look. I was just like, what? FanDuel?
Is FanDuel just like buying local contracts?
Maybe it's like going to be no longer the Smoothie King Center.
Yeah.
But the FanDuel Arena at Denver and the FanDuel Arena at Detroit and the FanDuel Arena.
The arena's called FanDuel.
Yeah.
This is like Amazon being like, well, why am I selling someone else's pants when I can make my own pants?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. I want to know more. We'll have to look into that.
Okay, we will. Okay, the announcers that Brandon said were going to be great and entertaining were Eric Collins and Del Curry. And I was like, Del Curry, I wonder if he's related to Steph Curry. And I looked it up and my notes say, shut the up. It's Steph Curry's dad.
Yeah, it's true.
What?
Great player for the Hornets back in his day.
Hornets. Okay, here's what I noticed about the Hornets. People from Charlotte want to stay in Charlotte, or people from that area want to stay in that area. Like there are more than one player who grew up there. There is more than one player.
Oh, okay. So Del Curry. Del Curry is where.
Del Curry.
Yeah.
So him color commentating. And last night I told August, who knows everything about basketball, that Del Curry, Steph's dad, is the color commentator. And he said, what's a color commentator?
Wow. Okay.
And I told him, and I taught him something.
Feels like that term might not be around forever.
Well, let's come up with a new name for it.
The flavor commentator.
The spicy.
And the spicy commentator.
The spicy commentator.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, great.
So you taught August.
I did. And then August said, yeah, Steph Curry's dad played for the Charlotte Hornets. So he's always teaching me. Okay, this was an NBA Cup game. You know how I know? Because the floor was turquoise.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a guy on their team who you've heard of because everyone's heard of him. His name is Knueppel. First of all, I'm uncomfortable with this name. Mm-hmm. And I was like thinking that he probably got a lot of for that growing up, right? I bet he got so much. So then I was thinking, like, I wonder if he's from somewhere in like Europe. And August said, no, he's from Wisconsin. Mm-hmm. So
we've talked about him, Andrew, because he was like,
that's why I've heard of him.
Yeah, like pre-draft.
Yes.
It was like if you pictured a basketball player from Wisconsin, you would picture. Did you look into him at all?
Barely, but no.
So he was on the same team as Cooper Flagg in college.
Oh,
Yeah, really good. They lost in the national championship game in college. He went to Duke and played there. He's having like a great season. People are
yeah.
like, I think who knows who will win the rookie of the year. It's still a long way to go. And Cooper Flag has had some good games lately, but people have been really surprised.
Is this his first year?
Knueppel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell.
Yeah. No, he's been like really, that's the thing that people are really impressed with is like decision making. And he's just always where he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Makes winning plays, as they say. He's like just solid player, good shooter. Yeah. It's cool.
So anyway, he plays for Charlotte.
Yeah.
On the Bulls, there is a guy named Jalen Smith. He's number 25. And he plays with rec specs, you know?
Oh, cool.
I know. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
I've wondered, I guess most of the players who need glasses wear contacts when they play.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't know why he makes this choice, but I looked into him a little bit. His nickname used to be Sticks. At first I read it like Six. That was like Blossom's best friend's name.
Yeah, it was.
No, but it's Sticks.
Yeah.
So like I didn't get why he was named Sticks, Stix. It turns out they called him that because he was skinny. And then after he bulked up in college, his coach called him Logs.
Oh, that's good.
Which I thought was pretty funny. But you don't need to feel bad for him because in 2024, he signed with the Chicago Bulls to a 3-year, $27 million contract.
Wow.
So good for him.
Yeah.
He can get the fanciest rec specs he wants.
Seems like it'd be more dangerous, doesn't it? Like I'd rather get hit in the face wearing contacts than wearing a rec specs. Because couldn't they cut into you? Maybe that's the whole point is that their legs, I never wore them. There's a little, the Bulls, this guy Horace Grant, who was on those Michael Jordan teams, the first 3, wore rec specs.
Yeah.
And he was, so I wonder if there's any Bulls history
maybe
wrapped up in that choice.
Bringing it back.
Maybe.
Yeah. Hannah is totally right. Hey, Hannah, Josh Giddey's hair does not move.
It's weird, right?
It's not just that it's like flowing in a place. He has shellacked it down.
A lot of gel.
Like it was parted in the middle and like gelled down.
Yeah.
This is a personal preference. I don't know.
I used a lot of gel in my hair in high school.
He's not in high school.
No.
He's playing professional basketball.
Yeah, you're right. I wonder what his hair looks like when he's not playing basketball.
I wonder.
You think it hangs more?
Do you think he still like does the style?
Don't you?
I don't know. Okay. The Hornets do something really great. Yeah. They have this player named Grant Williams, and he is injured, which I read so much about him. I don't understand his injury because it happened a year ago and he tore his ACL. So a year seems like a long time for that recovery. What they did is they brought him on almost as a color commentator or like something almost better. Like he was like the inside scoop guy and he was carrying on while they were calling the game. He was there for like 20 minutes or 25 minutes. And it was great because he was commenting on the plays, but also talking about like all this behind the scenes kind of stuff that I find very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
The commentators were asking him questions that I would ask, which I thought was great.
Yeah.
You know, like what's it like being injured and like how do you interact with the team? Oh, and then he talked about, so there was a player for the Bulls who's from Charlotte. And so they were asking Grant Williams, like, what's it like when you go back to like, your hometown? What's it like when you play? And he talked about, so this guy, Grant Williams, played for the Celtics. Oh, of course you knew that.
Yeah.
And he talked about the first time that he played with the Celtics back in Charlotte and how it was so exciting that like 200 to 300 people from his high school came to watch him play.
He's from Charlotte?
Yeah, he grew up in
Charlotte. I didn't know. Okay, cool.
Yeah. He was great. And awesome. He is the player that we'll talk about in the next episode. I like looked up all kinds of stuff about him.
Love it. I have more questions.
I got answers.
Great. I love it.
Okay. Player on the Bulls, number 0, named White. He got a foul that made me laugh so hard.
Good timing. Ooh, Kobe likes to point towards the Hornets bench. Oh, one up there. Wow. Oh, trying to kick him. Oh, wow.
So they reviewed it in Secaucus, and then they announced that he makes a non-basketball move with his legs, creating a high potential for injury. Flagrant foul. Grant Williams, who's there like commentating, says if he had made contact with, his underneath regions, like Draymond Green in the past, he would have been gone, ejected.
Yeah.
The announcer says that's like the move Dennis Rodman perfected back in the 90s.
Yeah. So there was that Grant Williams I think was on the Celtics in 22 when they lost to the Warriors, and like Draymond Green in that series, the Celtics were up in that series, and Draymond Green went like full nuclear, like I'm going to get in these guys' heads in that series, and it like worked. Grant Williams was like, I'm not taking anything from that guy, and like they stopped playing basketball. It was like,
wow.
It was very interesting. So I'm very curious to hear more of what you have to say about it.
Was he yelling like box out?
Yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah,
I thought so. Man,
Total.
this is what they're doing.
Totally.
Okay, in the third quarter, I want to show you the score. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is actually happening.
Every middle schooler's dream.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Kobe White.
Mhm.
He plays for the Bulls.
Mhm.
This game, he made his 1,000th career three-point shot.
Wow.
You know what else? Kobe White, he was also Mr. Basketball in North Carolina.
Oh, wow. Oh, was he from Charlotte too?
Yes.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I know. Okay, then quarter four, Hugo the Hornet. Now, I know I'm not telling you about a player today in this episode,
Yeah.
but I learned some things about Hugo the Hornet.
Can't wait.
Okay, I'm going to read some things because there's kind of a lot. The Hugo moniker was selected from a pool of more than 6,000 fan suggestions. I would love to read
Oh my God.
every one of those.
Yeah.
And he was inaugurated as part of the Charlotte Hornets' first season. There was a little hiccup because after that, there was a hurricane they named Hugo in 1989. The Hornets announced that the Hugo moniker would remain and the mascot's name would not be changed to Hoser or Hank.
Hoser.
Hoser the Hornet?
Hoser the Hornet.
Hank the Hornet? Okay. I love this story so much.
Okay, great.
Because it makes me love Charles Barkley. Okay.
Oh, yes.
In 2008, there was a halftime stunt where Hugo jumps off a trampoline through a ring of fire, and the game ops team did not grab the right fire extinguishers, and so like they couldn't get the fire out, and
Wait,
it filled the arena with smoke, and it caused a 19-minute delay in
on
the
the
game.
ring or was the
On the ring?
Oh, the Hornet
It was okay. When I first read it, I thought it was the Hornet too.
Yeah.
And then I looked it up on YouTube, and it's just the ring. Hugo the Hornet was fine.
Great.
But it caused a delay, and Stu Jackson canceled the halftime show and later fined the team. But what I love is that during the halftime show,
Who's Stu Jackson?
oh, I thought you would know, NBA Executive Vice President of Basketball Ops.
Is he the one we talked about a little while ago that got some really cushy job in our conspiracy episode?
Was it? No. Oh, wow, your brain. He was general manager of the NBA's Vancouver Grizzlies for the franchise's first 5 seasons, during which they lost 378 games.
Wow.
In June 2007, he became the executive vice president of basketball operations for the NBA.
Yeah, we did talk about that conspiracy because they wanted them out of Vancouver and he ended up with like this cushy NBA job after running that team into the ground.
Well, yeah. So he canceled that halftime show.
Well done.
And fined the team. But during the halftime show, TV commentator Charles Barkley dared Hugo to repeat the stunt after the third quarter. And Barkley continued calling out Hugo throughout the night and in the next game, which I just love. I just love that. I think that's so funny.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
So anyway, after the New Orleans team became the Pelicans in 2013, Hugo was retired. This is confusing to me, right? This is why does it matter? Hugo was retired in favor of Pierre the Pelican, but they're the Pelicans. Did the Hornets move around or something? Did something happen here? On December 21st, this is copy and pasted from Wikipedia. On December 21st, 2013, the Charlotte Bobcats announced they would reclaim the Hornets name and Hugo the Hornet for the 14-15 season. Hugo officially returned to Charlotte June 5th, 2014.
So the Charlotte Hornets were relocated to New Orleans.
Okay.
And became the New Orleans Pelicans. And then the Charlotte Bobcats were an expansion team in 2004.
So of course he was retired because what are they going to do with a Hornet on the Pelicans team?
Or the Bobcats. It'd be a weird mascot for either one.
Right.
But then
they came back.
Yeah.
Revived it. Great. Okay. Let me tell you about Hugo's outfit. The costume.
Yeah.
Somebody drew a sketch of like what they wanted the mascot to look like. And the prompt was something like a mean bee, right? So they drew this sketch. And then Jim Henson's daughter, Cheryl, is the one who like brought the sketch into a costume.
Yeah.
And like made the costume. And like the first Hugo.
Yeah.
I was watching this video where they interviewed the first mascot and Cheryl Henson. And the first mascot was saying that like, it was great, but it was like a little too bulky. Like he couldn't move around much.
Oh.
And Cheryl Henson was like, I was a little too ambitious with the wings, but they looked really good. And they did.
Yeah.
But they had to like redesign it. So then the mascot was like, there were all these things that I wanted to do that were more entertaining for the crowd that I just couldn't do when I'm in this bug costume. So that's when we came up with this idea to do like kind of a Superman thing where he goes into like a phone booth or whatever and then comes out as Super Hugo. And it's the same guy. And a lot of people think it's 2 different guys, but it's not.
Oh.
And so he does all kinds of tricks and stuff. And the one that I like is called the bug on the windshield dunk.
That is good. I
Yeah.
can't believe I didn't come up with that.
Okay, that's enough about Hugo.
Yeah,
But
good stuff.
so glad I got that in there. Okay, we're at the announcers say.
Great. No game recap.
That was the game recap.
Oh, everything about Hugo? You told me the score at one point was 69 to 67.
And that Kobe White made his 1,000th career 3-point shot.
Great. Who won?
I don't know. I didn't watch the fourth quarter. I didn't finish the game.
Why would you? Okay. Awesome. I love it. Shoot
Yeah.
the answer set.
Okay, listen. The expectations were too high.
Okay.
They did okay. So let me read you some things that they said. Shot blocked away by Brandon Miller. Brandon didn't get the memo that when Kobe White comes to town, the first one's supposed to be free. And then the other guy says, no, he doesn't care about that memo. He might have gotten it, balled it up, and thrown it right in the wastebasket.
Oh.
Yeah. Hornets are having a block party on a Friday night.
Oh, a lot of blocks, I'm guessing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The Bulls have been more matador than bull.
Do you know what that means?
That they're more defense than offense.
My read on that, so Walt Clyde Frazier, who commentates for the Knicks,
he rhymes.
Often says like so-and-so with a matador D, meaning like you basically like let them by.
Okay.
So like I'm guessing that would mean that they were not playing very good defense that game.
Okay. This one I looked up. Maybe you've heard it.
Okay.
It's tighter than a tick here in Uptown. Have you heard tighter than a tick? Okay, I Googled it because I was like, what?
Tighter than a tick. All right, hold on. Here, does Uptown have anything to do with it?
No.
Tighter than a tick. Let me think for 1 second.
Okay.
Second tick? Is that what that means? A tick, a second?
No, because I wondered that too.
An animal?
Yes.
Why would a tick be tight?
Let me tell you.
Please.
This is a Southern saying, American South. So this is something that like...
Yeah, cut on the light or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like talking about a tick who like is full of blood or something.
Okay.
Really
tighter than a tick.
And that's something you say.
Gross.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an infected tick.
Bless your heart.
Bless your heart. Ugh, gross. Okay.
Yeah. So I thought that was not chick hern. That's just in the South.
Tighter than a tick, meaning the game was close?
I think so. No context.
Great.
Or that they were like all in there rolling together and fighting for the ball.
It's hot in here. Crowded in here.
Then one of them says, Jalen Smith should have seen that coming. Those glasses are prescription.
Oh.
Specs. Okay. So that's the game.
Great.
And our current events. We're at MVP already.
MVP for the week. What do you have?
Well, I was going to say Hugo the Hornet, but I just changed my mind. I think it's going to be 2008 Charles Barkley.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm coming out of left field with the MVP, but I'm going Jokic. I think he had another game where he didn't miss any shots like this weekend, or maybe he missed one free. It wasn't a close game, but he was like, I don't know what it was, 10 for 10 and 9 for 10 on foul shots or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty wild.
And they're worried about Aaron Gordon being out.
Yeah.
Come on. Okay, LVP. I don't have one.
Well, we've never given LVP to game ops people.
Oh.
So
most confusing part?
Probably the franchise relocation.
Oh, yes.
Becoming the Pelicans, then the Bobcats, then back to the Hornets.
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you learn?
I learned about Hugo the Hornet.
Yeah.
I also learned that people are worried about the Nuggets because I didn't know that current event.
Well, worried's strong. I guess I'm going to learn more, but I guess I learned that Grant Williams is from Charlotte. I didn't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
You'll learn more.
Awesome.
In the next episode.
In the episode.
Yeah,
can't wait.
Okay.
Did we do it?
We did it.
We did. Good job.
Good job. Thank you for listening to this episode of Go Team Score Points. Today's episode was edited by Irish. Information came from Wikipedia and the internet. You can reach us at goteamscorepoints@gmail.com. Join us later this week where we'll learn about NBA player Grant Williams and give out our quarter season awards.